This moment doesn't lean forward, it doesn't anticipate, it stays level like a surface, it doesn't tilt. Nothing gathers speed, nothing slows. Light drapes itself across the room without emphasis. It doesn't search for meaning, it doesn't land anywhere special. The space feels evenly distributed, no center, no edge, as if the room forgot where attention usually goes. My breathing moves quietly, unscheduled, unremarked. It comes and leaves without instruction. I don't meet the moment, it surrounds me. This is a moment that doesn't lean forward, and I don't follow. I let the quiet stay neutral, unshaped. This is a moment that doesn't lean forward. I remain balanced, unprompted. Faint sounds dissolve as they appear. They don't echo, they don't layer. They pass through like air, forget it itself. I don't trace their source, I don't respond. I let them thin out into distance. Thoughts surface gently, without sequence, without insistence. They arrive briefly, then loosen their hold. Ooh, nothing presses, nothing withdraws. This is a moment that doesn't lean forward, and that feels stable. I don't convert this calm into direction. This is a moment that doesn't lean forward. I stay, letting the hour hold its balance. I don't call this pause, I don't call it rest. I only sense how the moment doesn't demand, not shelter, not release, just presence, like standing somewhere without expectation. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. I let time remain open. Maybe forward isn't always necessary. This is a moment that doesn't lean forward, and I don't resist, I don't compress this hour into meaning. This is a moment that doesn't lean forward. I remain breathing, unchanged. The afternoon can it doesn't lean. The air feels unoccupied, not empty, just unused. Nothing leans toward me, nothing withdraws. I stay where things don't gather. Light settles across the floor without intention. It doesn't trace a shape, it doesn't linger. The room keeps a white silence between corners and break. I don't shorten the distance, I don't step across it. My breathing moves quietly and measured, uncounted. I let it pass through without instruction. I don't translate the stillness, I stay inside it. Here, nothing has to be noticed, and I don't answer. I let the quiet exist without pressure. Here, nothing has to be noticed. I remain suspended without effort. Faint sounds drift nearby, then dissolve. They don't announce themselves, they don't stay long enough to matter. I don't track their direction, I don't follow. I let them thin out on their own. Thoughts appear loosely, not arranged, not scattered. They hover briefly, then lose their edges. Nothing reaches for my attention, nothing receives. To be noticed, and that feels balanced. I don't turn this calm into a signal. Here, nothing has to be noticed. I stay, letting the hour hold its shape. I don't call it pause, I only sense how the the moment doesn't require anything else. Not relief, not escape, just presence. Like standing in a place without a sign. I don't prepare for movement. I don't resist it. I let the time remain unclaimed. Maybe peace is when nothing gathers around you. Here, nothing has to be noticed, and I don't resist, I don't compress this hour into meaning. Here, nothing has to be noticed, I remain breathing undisturbed. The afternoon stretches quietly unmarked. I stay where the air feels unoccupied. There's a space that doesn't ask anything, no response, no posture. It stays open without invitation. Light drifts along the edges, not arriving, not leaving. It rests where surfaces forget their purpose. The room feels widened by the absence of urgency. Corners soften, distances loosen. My breathing moves on its own, unsupervised, uncorrected. I let it pass, like weather through a window. I don't enter the moment, I'm already in it. This is a space that doesn't ask anything, and I don't offer. I let the quiet remain uninterpreted. This is a space that doesn't ask anything. I stay unweighted, unhurried. Mid sounds appear briefly, then thin out. They don't layer, they don't return. I don't search for their origin, I don't react. them settle somewhere behind me. Thoughts move without alignment, not linear, not scattered. They exist softly, then release themselves. Nothing leans toward me, nothing withdraws. Nothing leans toward me, nothing withdraws. This is a space that doesn't ask anything, and that feels stable. I don't convert this calm into direction. This is a space that doesn't ask anything. I remain, letting the hour keep its balance. I don't call this clarity, I don't call it rest. I only notice how the moment doesn't press. Not shelter, not escape, just presence. Like standing somewhere without a map. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. I let time remain undefined. Maybe is what happens when nothing expects continuity. This is a space that doesn't ask anything, and I don't compress it. I let the quiet exist without purpose. This is a space that doesn't ask anything. I remain breathing, unaltered. The afternoon stretches without measure. I stay in a space that doesn't ask. Here time loosens its grip, not slipping, just softening. Nothing is held tightly, nothing falls deep in. Light settles into the room without direction. It doesn't highlight, it doesn't fade. Surfaces feel less defined, edges blur gently as if the space is no longer insisting on itself. My breath arrives and leaves without instruction, without rhythm to follow. It moves because it can. I don't adjust to the moment, I let it adjust around me. This is where time loosens its grip, and I don't replace it. I let the quiet hold without tension. This is where time loosens its grip. I stay unmeasured, unmarked. Distant sounds pass through like something remembered but not recalled. They don't settle, they don't repeat. I don't trace their meaning, I don't respond. I let them thin out into background. Thoughts drift without pattern, not circling, not landing. They pass like clouds that don't announce rain. Nothing tightens, nothing really sees. This is where time loosens its grip, and that feels steady. I don't translate this calm into movement. This is where time loosens its grip. I remain, letting the hour rest in place. I don't call this freedom, I don't call it pause. I only notice how the moment doesn't close. Not holding, not escaping, just present, like standing still without being watched. I don't prepare for transition, I don't resist it. I let time remain unclaimed. Maybe time was never meant to be held. This is where time loosens its grip, and I don't resist, I don't compress this hour into meaning. This is where time loosens its grip. I remain breathing undisturbed. The afternoon stretches quietly, unfastened. I stay where time lets go. Nothing arrives all at once, nowhere, no impact. Things come the way air does, gradually, without asking. Light spreads without intention across the room. It doesn't announce itself, it doesn't pause. The space feels evenly filled, not occupied, not empty, as if everything found a place without trying. My breathing stays quiet, loose and counted. It moves through me like something familiar that doesn't need attention. I don't wait for the moment, I'm already inside it. Nothing arrives all at once, and I don't reach. I let the quiet unfold at its own pace. Nothing arrives all at once. I stay open, unbraced home. Sound surface briefly, then thin out. They don't gather, they don't insist. I don't track where they go, I don't respond. I let them dissolve into background. Thoughts appear without urgency, not late, not loud. They drift through, then release themselves without explanation. Nothing accelerates, nothing stalls, and nothing arrives all at once. And that feels steady. I don't turn this calm into expectation. Nothing arrives all at once. I remain, letting the hour keep its shape up. I don't call this waiting, I don't call it still. I just notice how the moment doesn't lean. Not preparing, not resolving, just present, like standing somewhere midway between thoughts. I don't resist movement, I don't invite it. I let time remain unforced, and maybe arrival is quieter than we imagine. Nothing arrives all at once, and I don't resist. I don't compress this hour into meaning. Nothing arrives all at once. I remain breathing unaltered. The afternoon continues softly. I stay where nothing arrives all at once. The quiet doesn't wait to say. It doesn't outline itself. It doesn't arrive finished. It stays open, and I stay with it. I rest surface without emphasis. It doesn't choose a corner. It doesn't settle with intent. The moon feels evenly held, no center of gravity, no pull toward anything. There's a space, forgot how to put it. My breathing moves freely, unchecked, unlabeled. It passes through without asking permission. I'm afraid the moment I let it remain wide. The quiet doesn't need a shade, and I don't give it one. I let the calm exist unformed. The quiet doesn't need a shape. I stay unpositioned, unled. Soft sounds drift nearby, then lose their outline. They don't echo, they don't stack. I don't follow their direction, I don't respond. I let them fade into distance. Thoughts surface lightly, without structure, without demand. They appear, then release themselves. Nothing sharpens, nothing dissolves. Quiet doesn't need a shape, and never feels stable. I don't turn as stillness into intention. Quiet doesn't need a shape. I remain, letting the hour hold itself. I don't call this clarity, I don't call it rest. I only notice how the moment doesn't crest, not arranged, not undone, just present, like standing somewhere without a boundary. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. There's something silence never needed. Quiet doesn't need a sound, and I don't resist. I don't compress this hour into meaning. Quiet doesn't need a cigar night. Breathe undisturbed. The afternoon stretches without edges. I stay where the quiet doesn't need a shade. The stillness doesn't belong to me. I didn't create it. I didn't invite it. It was already here, and I stepped into it. Light drifts without preference across the room. It doesn't pause, it doesn't emphasize. The space feels impartial, unclaimed, unmarked, as if nothing here is asking to be felt. My breathing moves gently, not guided, not corrected. It flows through like something that knows the way without thinking. I don't take ownership of the moment, I let it exist. This is a stillness, it doesn't belong to me. And I don't hold it, I let the quiet remain. Independent. This is a stillness, it doesn't belong to me. Muted sounds pass nearby, then dissolve. They don't interrupt, they don't linger. I don't search for their meaning, I don't follow. I let them thin out on their own. Thoughts appear without invitations, unorganized. They arrive briefly, then release themselves without explanation. Nothing approaches, nothing retreats. This is a stillness that doesn't belong to me. And I feel steady. I don't translate this calm into purpose. This is a stillness that doesn't belong to me. I am letting the hour rest where it is. I don't call this relief, I don't call it escape. I just notice how the moment doesn't close. Not offered, not taken, just present. Like stamping somewhere without a name. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. I let time renege, unclaimed. Baby, peace is something we don't possess. This is a stillness that doesn't belong to me. And I don't resist, I don't compress this hour into meaning. This is a stillness that doesn't belong to me. Breathe in. Nothing in the room is asking, no signal, no need. Everything rests without intention. light spreads quietly along the walls without focus. It doesn't highlight, it doesn't fade. The space feels loosely arranged, not ordered, not scattered, as if the room forgot how to demand attention. My breathing moves freely, unmeasured, unnoticed. It travels through without effort, deep. I don't respond to the moment, I stay within it. Nothing in the room is asking, and I don't answer. I let the calm exist without pressure. Nothing in the room is asking, I remain unprompted, unmoved. Faint sounds drift by, then thin out. They don't settle, they don't repeat. I don't track their direction, I don't react. I let them fade into distance. Thoughts appear loosely, without form, without insistence. They pass through, then release themselves away. Nothing reaches forward, nothing pulls back. Nothing in the room is asking, and that feels balanced. I don't convert this quiet into meaning. Nothing in the room is asking, I stay, letting the hour hold itself here. I don't call this pause, I don't call it rest. I only notice how the moment does impress. Not heavy, not light, just present, like standing somewhere without direction. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. I let time remain open. Maybe easy is when nothing requests. Hey, nothing in the room is asking, and I don't resist. I don't compress this hour into purpose. Nothing in the room is asking, I remain breathing, unaltered. The afternoon continues quietly. I stay where nothing is asking. Nothing is leaning toward me, nothing is turning away. The space holds itself, and I stay within it. Light glides across the surface without purpose. It doesn't settle, it doesn't hurry. The room feels evenly stretched from corner to corner, no area asking to be filled. My breathing moves slowly, unmarked, unmeasured. It travels through like a tide without waves. I don't shift the moment I stay. Nothing is leaning toward me, and I don't reach. I let the calm remain unaltered. Nothing is leaning toward me. I remain centered, unmoved. Soft sounds pass quietly, then thin out. They don't gather, they don't repeat. I don't follow their direction, I don't respond. I let them dissolve into space. Thoughts arrive loosely, without pattern, without insistence. They pass through, then disappear. Nothing pulls, nothing pushes. Nothing is leaning toward me, and that feels steady. I don't turn this quiet into motion. Nothing is leaning toward me. I stay, letting the hour hold itself. I don't call this stillness, I don't call it rest. I only notice how the moment doesn't press. Not forward, not back, just present, like standing somewhere without direction. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. I let time remain open. Maybe balance is when nothing leans. Nothing is leaning toward me, and I don't resist. I don't compress this hour into meaning. Nothing is leaning toward me. I remain breathing undisturbed. The afternoon continues evenly. I stay where nothing leans. The air isn't asking for movement. It doesn't shift, it doesn't wait. Everything stays suspended, and so do I. I don't. Light drifts softly across the room without direction. It doesn't search, it doesn't settle. The space feels gently balanced. No pressure points, no as if the room forgot how to lean. My breathing moves quietly, uncounted, unnoticed. It passes through like something familiar that doesn't need guidance. I don't adjust the moment, I remain here. The air isn't asking for movement, and I don't move. I let the calm exist, unforced. The air isn't asking for movement. I stay balanced, unmoved. Faded sounds pass nearby, then dissolve. They don't collect, they don't insist. I don't follow their origin, I don't respond. I let them fade into space. Thoughts arrive softly, without order, without urgency. They appear briefly, then loosen away. Nothing advances, nothing retreats. I don't The air isn't asking for movement, and that feels steady. I don't convert this stillness into direction. The air isn't asking for movement. I remain, letting the hour hold itself. I don't call this waiting, I don't call it rest. I only notice how the moment doesn't press. Not lifting, not falling, just present, like standing somewhere without gravity. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. I let time remain unclaimed. Maybe this is when nothing asks to change. The air isn't asking for movement, and I don't resist. I don't compress this hour into meaning. The air isn't asking for movement. I remain breathing undisturbed. The afternoon stirred still. I stay where the air doesn't ask for more. Nothing is being pushed into place. No effort, no force. Everything settles on its own. Hiding softly dispersed. It doesn't gather, it doesn't focus. The room feels naturally arranged, not planned, not scattered, as if space found its balance. Without instruction, my breathing moves quietly, unmanaged, unmeasured. It flows through like something that knows where to go. I don't correct the moment, I remain. Nothing is being pushed into place, and I don't interfere. I let the calm exist, unforced. Nothing is being pushed into place. I stay balanced, unheld. Soft sounds drift by, then dissolve. They don't gather, they don't repeat. I don't follow their direction, I don't respond. I let them fade into distance. Thoughts appear slowly, without structure, without demand. They surface briefly, then loosen away. Nothing tightens, nothing releases. Nothing is being pushed into place, and that feels steady. I don't turn this quiet into movement. Nothing is being pushed into place. I remain, letting the hour hold itself. I don't call this order, I don't call it rest. I only notice how the moment doesn't press. Not arranged, not undone, just present, like standing somewhere without edges. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying, I let time remain open. Maybe harmony is when nothing is forced. Nothing is being pushed into place, and I don't resist. I don't compress this hour into meaning. Nothing is being pushed into place. I remain breathing, undisturbed. The afternoon continues gently. I stay where nothing is pushed into place. Space isn't waiting for anything. No arrival, no departure. It stays as it is, and I stay with it. Light drifts quietly across the room. Without focus, it doesn't choose, it doesn't settle. The air feels evenly shared. No heavy corners, no empty places, as if everything found its distance naturally. My breathing moves softly, unmarked, uncounted, it flows through without instruction. I don't anticipate the moment I remain. The space isn't waiting for anything, and I don't reach. I let the calm exist unprepared. Space isn't waiting for anything. I stay balanced, unhurried. Soft sounds pass quietly, then thin out. They don't gather, they don't return. I don't follow their direction, I don't respond. I let them fade into distance. Thoughts surface slowly, without pattern, without insistence. They appear briefly, then loosen away. Nothing approaches, nothing retreats. The space isn't waiting for anything, and that feels steady. I don't turn this stillness into movement. The space isn't waiting for anything. I remain, letting the hour hold itself. I don't call this pause, I don't call it rest. I only notice how the moment doesn't press. Not arriving, not leaving, just present, like standing somewhere without a schedule. I don't prepare to move, I don't resist staying. I let time remain open. Maybe peace is when nothing is expected. The space isn't waiting for anything, and I don't resist, I don't compress this hour into meaning. The space isn't waiting for anything. I remain, breathing undisturbed. The afternoon continues quietly. I stay where the space isn't waiting.